Hi, I'm Carlino, and I am not doing a video about auto body. Instead, this video is about angle grinders. This is not an angle grinder. It is a central pneumatic grinding wheel from Harbor Freight. And you can see I get a lot of use out of this. I love this thing. This is a Chicago electric angle grinder, which was also under 20 bucks. This is Brutus. Brutus is my 2001 Dodge Dakota, and as you can see, Brutus has some fender issues. Several weeks ago, the fender flare just fell off because it was rusted out so badly that everything that it was attached to just came loose. I was fortunate enough not to lose it, so I've still got it. This needs to be fixed, and I'm midway through the process of fixing it. I put duct tape all over the open area, and I squirt Great Stuff expanding foam in here and let it sit overnight. And you can see now the whole thing is just filled in with this foam. Now, that's not structural, but what it gives me is it gives me a surface that I can Bondo to, that I can attach stuff to. As I stated before, this video is not actually about the body work that I'm doing on this truck because I'm just going to admit it, I'm doing a half-assed job, and so while I'm willing to tell you what I'm doing, I'm just not sure that it's responsible for me to actually teach you how to do it. This video is about my angle grinders, or more specifically a comparison between my grinding wheel and my electric angle grinder. Let's start by talking about this. This is the Chicago electric angle grinder. And this is not the first one of these that I've owned. I killed the bearings in one of these after I bought my first house. For under 20 bucks, it was cheaper and easier to replace it than it was to actually fix it. This has been a workhorse for me, but it is big. It is a little bit awkward to get into spaces, and of course you have to have it tethered to an extension cord. It does have plenty of power though. Here, let me show you. As you can see, it had no problem at all cutting through that metal, and I could cut out this entire fender well with that tool very, very easily. This is the central pneumatic cutoff wheel, also from Harbor Freight, also under 20 bucks. It has a 4-inch wheel instead of the 4.5-inch diameter wheel that is used on the electric angle grinder. I've also gotten a lot of use out of this. This device was really struggling to cut through the metal here, whereas the 4.5-inch electric angle grinder was having no problems whatsoever. Now, I realize that it's not really fair to compare a cutoff wheel to an angle grinder. They're not the same tool. I'm comparing kind of a dollar for dollar value of the electric angle grinder versus this, because they're both under $20, and for under $20 the electric one outperforms the pneumatic one. I know it's a little crazy, but that's been my observations. I don't regret getting this. I have used the heck out of this thing, and I will continue to use it. It's a very handy tool to have, and it does a good job in small bursts. But for consistent power, I'll go with the electric angle grinder. Now, that being said, I've been using this thing for a long time and I've never had to replace it. That one I have had to replace because the bearings were shot. So, you can also factor that in when you're thinking about value. Either way, for under $20, both of these tools are very functional for a very, very, very reasonable price. So, if you like this video or you like any of my other videos, please feel free to subscribe. Click the thumbs up button. Other than that, comparing the Chicago Electric 4.5-inch electric angle grinder to the Central Pneumatic cutoff wheel, 4-inch diameter, pneumatic power, both from Harbor Freight. This is Carlino telling you to be brave. Yeah!